Welcome back to another episode of Jungbeop Talk. Today, we're discussing a really important topic: how to succeed in a new business after retirement. If you're in your 50s or older and thinking about starting something new, there are a lot of questions and fears. A lot of retirees face uncertainty about how to stay relevant in today's fast-changing world, right?
Absolutely. I know a lot of people who retired with the best of intentions, but it's tough to navigate the business world after years of working for someone else. There's this constant fear of failure, especially when statistics show that most new businesses fail. You mentioned earlier that 97% of businesses fail after starting, which is a huge concern for anyone thinking about using their severance pay to kick off a new venture.
Exactly. The odds are not in your favor. But here's the thing. It's not necessarily about if you'll fail, but rather how you prepare before starting. That's key. In fact, you don't need to rush into a business right away. The first step is to develop yourself. The idea of continuing to learn and grow is something a lot of retirees overlook, thinking they can just jump straight back into work. But development doesn't stop after retirement.
Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They assume that since they've spent 20, 30 years working in one field, they have nothing left to learn. But the truth is, especially now, the world has changed so much. With the rise of digital tools and new languages like English, and even languages like Chinese or Japanese, you need to be on top of your game. Do you know how many retirees I've heard say, I don't need to learn that, I'm good as I am? That's where they miss the mark.
That's true. For instance, if your computer skills are outdated or you're not comfortable with the digital world, you need to update yourself. It's not about starting a business right away. It's about preparing yourself to be competitive in the new market. And that preparation, it can take anywhere from 7 months to 3 years. You need to dedicate that time to learning, whether it's improving your language skills, picking up tech skills, or mastering new methods in your field.
I totally agree. Like, if you think about it, if you're going to start a business, why not do it after you've invested in yourself? Why not have those additional skills that can make you more adaptable? You're not just entering the business world blindly, you're doing it with the necessary tools to succeed. But there's another challenge too. It's not just about learning new skills, it's about entering the job market with the mindset that you're still learning.
Exactly. Don't think of the new job as a final destination. Think of it as a learning experience. You're not just there to earn money, you're there to continue your education. Even if you're not getting the full salary, you're gaining value in terms of skills and experience. You're earning while learning, which sets you up for bigger opportunities down the road.
That makes so much sense. It's kind of like leveling up in a game, right? You don't just aim for the end goal. You keep progressing, gathering more skills, and eventually you reach a higher level. But starting with an attitude of I'm still learning rather than I'm just here to make money makes all the difference.
It absolutely does. And speaking of progression, this brings us back to the whole concept of greed and goals. When retirees go into business with the sole aim of making money, the chances of failure increase significantly. That's what the statistics show. It's about doing things the right way and not letting greed drive you. The 3% of retirees who succeed in new ventures, they don't start with a get-rich-quick mentality. They start with a mindset of improvement and humility.
And that's so important. The idea that greed can derail success is something we need to emphasize more. Starting with the right values, like focusing on learning and improving, is far more sustainable than simply trying to profit quickly. Once you've developed yourself, the opportunities will come, and they'll come when you least expect them, but when you're truly ready.
Exactly. The grand nature, or Jungbeop, has a natural law that encourages development. If you continue to grow and refine yourself, opportunities will align with that growth. But if you sit idle, waiting for a job, or start a business just to make money without proper preparation, you'll be met with failure. That's the law of the universe at play.
That's a great point. It's not just about getting a job or starting a business, it's about becoming someone who is irreplaceable. That's what society really needs. So, the key takeaway here for retirees thinking about a new business is invest in yourself first. Take the time to learn and let the opportunities find you when you're prepared.
And remember, society is not waiting for you to just take a job to make money. It's looking for people who have something to offer, who have improved themselves, and are ready to contribute. If you prepare, the world will be ready for you, and you won't have to worry about failure. You'll thrive.
Such a great way to wrap it up. It's about building your value before you dive in. Thanks for the deep discussion today. I'm sure it will resonate with a lot of retirees out there who are contemplating their next steps.
Definitely. So, if you're thinking about starting a new venture post-retirement, take a step back, assess your skills, and invest in your development. The right opportunities will come when you're ready. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll catch you in the next episode.